Hey guys, Chris here from the Patch Universe. So recently I've been reflecting on the art of poetry and I wanted to actually discuss that with you. And yes, I had to shave recently because I found a job where I was asked to shave. It's not far from my house and it was convenient, so I had to shave. I prefer myself with a beard. Just in case you're wondering, yes, I'm trying a different look here. Anyway, so I've been thinking a lot about the art of poetry because, as you know, I've been like trying through the years to find new ways of writing poems to express my emotions. And I think like one of the main purposes of poetry is to be able to immortalize, a moment that happened, a feeling that you had, a thought, or all those things, and to express that in a very short way based on rhythm and words. But I was these fixed ideas that actually poetry had to be lyrical, with rhymes, metaphors, ideas like that. And I was always writing my poems in that way, and it's been a journey because actually a few years ago I started reading other poems, and basically I had a book from this trilogy, that I talk about quite a few times. And in this trilogy, you've got actually poems from a lot of writers, from Robert Frost, Langston Hughes, and a lot of poets that I didn't know, and I found things that I really like. And a lot of them actually are not lyrical at all. They are actually very straightforward, and they're not based on rhymes, and some of them are really prosaic. And I think actually that it's been for me a journey because as a poet I've wanted to read a lot of poems in order to learn different ways of writing poems in order to express different things. And for example, I showed a poem the other day called um, Light and Shadow, and it starts by I saw the shadow of myself, tried to catch it where it dwelled, cozy between ancient stones where history had flown. And the whole poem goes like that, based on rhythm, rhymes, metaphors, and it's about a certain ideology. And I think it works really well. Sorry for talking about my own poems like that. It works really well for these kind of things. But I also wrote the poem called The Hotel Room, which describe something that really happened between my dear love Barbara and I, a good moment that we shared together. And I was really like, I had to, in my opinion, describe in a very, I don't like that word, but prosaic way, not based on metaphors, not based on things, because it was about immortalizing the moment how it was. So this type of poetry worked much better um, for this kind of events. And I actually wrote poems like that, and it's funny though. You know, and another thing I started thinking about is about the lack of care I have for perfection. You know, how can I express that? How can I explain what I'm trying to say with this lack of care I have for perfection? It's at the end of the day, I'm writing poetry because I want to immortalize things. I want to encapsulate. I want to crystallize things. Like I use that word in my video where I also had no beard. Poetry and honesty is about crystallizing some feelings, crystallizing some moments, and making it beautiful. And I'm doing it in the way that I think is the best. A lot of people might read my poems and think that actually I did it really badly. But at the end of the day, I started thinking, you know what? I actually really don't care what the people like. Like I'm gonna do my best, and obviously, I like it when people like it. Well, I really actually don't care if a lot of people would think that actually these poems suck. If I personally believe that this particular poem encapsulated uh, these feelings or these things, I wanted to encapsulate well. So at the end of the day, just yes, this is one of the part of my legacy, whether like nobody cares about it or only a few people in my family or in my surrounding, and later on they will be able to read some poem like Light and Shadow, um, something about the rain, or the hotel room which starts like, there was no moon, there were no stars, there was no sky, no parking ground, no horizon. We didn't need any of this, just the closed curtains and the two of us. And it's about the people looking at it and seeing this picture, this window actually showing the landscape of what happened. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. I hope I expressed that well. I wanted to discuss that with you. If there are other poets, like it's also about other form of art, like paintings, illustrations, music, whatever. It's about like, what do you want? What do you describe? I like this idea. Just to finish on that thing, I like this idea that I'm living my life. I'm going like this musician actually going around and actually sometimes being inspired, taking his guitar or his harmonica and starting playing something because he wants to express something. And that's the way I see my poems. I'm living my life. I'm doing my things, and at some point I said, you know what, this moment in this hotel room was actually wonderful for me. It was actually very important for me, and I want to immortalize it. But also this light and shadow, or these other things. Anyway, I wanted to see that and discuss that with you. Please let me know what you think. It's sometimes hard actually when I'm like reflecting a lot on different things to find the words I can use. So I'm here actually to create a discussion with you. See you later.